Hello everyone, for today's book review I have the Nemiri book for you. This is by Nicolas Nemiri. This is a review copy that was sent to me from Super Annie, which is the publisher of Kim Jong-gi's sketchbooks. Note that there is nudity in the book. Now this book is very thick. It has 240 pages. It's hardcover. The paper that's used for printing, it's matte surface and it looks really nice. And the artworks, the reproduction is terrific as well. The book starts off with a foreword from Kim Jong-gi that I think really captures the essence of the art you will see in this book. Let me just quote him. At first I thought this artist was a female, but he was not. And at first I thought he was an Asian artist, but he was not. He understands the sensibility of Eastern art the best among European artists. There is a beautiful restraint within the beauty of negative space and effortless brushstroke. The image lingers on for a long time after you're done looking at his work. So that's the foreword from Kim Jong-gi, and I do agree with him. I really love the style that I'm looking at, especially the brush strokes, the ink, the way he uses the inks, the textures from the brush strokes, and also notice the background texture. I'm not sure what sort of paper he used, but there is this very beautiful grainy texture in the background, and the ink lines are really solid. Whether he's drawing with some dip pen or brush pen or brush, the style looks really nice. And you can see the design of the characters. They have a lot of design. They look very different. And his drawings are very bold. You can see the strong use of contrast, black and white. And for shading, he just uses a very limited tonal value. It's usually just black and white and some grays. The color selection, the colors that he uses, very limited. I've actually not heard of Nicolas Nemiri before until I saw this book, and after I see this book, I've got to say that I'm really thrilled by his art, and this is a very inspiring book. I'm actually quite inspired to actually use this style for my urban sketching. Maybe try using brush pens or using drawing tools that really have a lot of textures. There's this looseness to his lines, and there's this very expressive feel to his art. I think this is a pretty good book for reference purposes as well, just to soak in the style. And I like the way he poses his characters. It's very natural. Even the characters that are interacting, they are very natural. They look very natural. So this book collects his personal works. I don't see a lot of fan art, so most of these are his personal works. And there are no dates, so you can't tell when they were created. But I think the art, it's pretty timeless. And there is some comic style going on. Towards the back of the book, there are a few pages of comics, silent comics without dialogue boxes. And it seems like he likes to draw kids, small children. I have flipped through almost half the book, and this is, I mean, with certain style, with certain artists, when they draw, the art can feel a bit repetitive, but I don't think that's the case here. Every page looks very fresh, and actually every page wants me to really slow down and admire the details, the artwork. So I'm flipping very fast right now, but actually I wanted to flip slower just to admire the artworks. So as mentioned, there are 240 pages. The retail price for this book is US $45, and that's not inclusive of shipping, if I'm correct. And for US $45, personally, I think it's quite worth the money, considering the amount of work you get and the quality of the art you get. So you can see he's very restrained with using colors, and the colors, they work really well together. It's a very muted color palette, very nice, and he adds textures almost to every single piece of art. So Nicolas Nemiri is an European artist. I'm not sure which country he's from. Let me check. I just found that he is from France, and he's a comic artist, which is not surprising, especially when you look at the way he draws characters, the way he poses the characters. I will put the link to where you can find the book in the video description below if you are interested in getting one. And if you do get one, it's really worth the money. These are the few pages of comics that I was talking about earlier. Now this is a very refreshing book to me. The style is very Asian influence. I would also have guessed that this is an Asian artist, but it's not. He's from France, so that's quite refreshing to see an artist having this sort of style. This is a book that I can recommend very easily. It's really good. So that's all for today's review. Thanks for watching, and if you want to get this book, you can check out the links in the video description below. See you in the next video. Bye!